Beloved star, welcome to Immortal Starlight pod, number 22, episode 22. If you're watching the video this time around, I'm a little pale and raggedy this morning. I had a night last night, it was so strong, where I hardly slept and the energy was so powerful. Such a restlessness, a sense of light moving through. So I got up and I lit a candle and made some chamomile tea and lit some copal and picked up the swan feather, which I've been really guided to work with. Just a gesture, just moving through consciousness of the copal, smoking forth from the fireball and the swan feather, and sitting and allowing the transit of the energies that through this full moon eclipse passage I feel I'm still moving with so deeply. And so this following day I could feel that the energy is so strong that they could have spun me. I could feel that edge of that anxiety and fear consciousness with the power of the energies, and I could feel I was struggling to be really deeply present to myself. And so when I got up, and I was probably up till about 2 a.m., I just stilled, really called in that choice and that timeline to not respond with fear to the depth of the power that is integrating within me at this time, and the aspect of my multidimensional soul and essence that is grounding through, arriving, bringing the ending of an era, of a phase of who I've been, and really calling for a deep cellular, physical, everything transfiguration, but calling in the beautiful, the 0 point moment, the ground of beauty of this transformation. And that is something I care for so deeply, almost above and beyond whatever particular energies are moving through with us at any time, that I walk the steadfast beauty way with this gift of this life, the grace of this life of, yes, transfiguration, of transformation, of an unparalleled leap, as I feel layers of identity simply moving away, and this unveiling to a greater and an avatar presencing of the soul star and multidimensional layers walking this earth as the one who you are, as the one who I am once more. It's such an extraordinary transfiguration, the lifting of veil upon veil, cloak upon cloak, and walking in a different way. So a little raggedy today, and I wasn't sure whether to do the video and the recording, but I just felt strongly to do both. So here I am, whether you're listening or watching, and which is to speak to that place. And if you are in any way struggling with the strength of the energies, I am so guided to say again, as May intensifies, and in the Northern Hemisphere we have the great blossoming. I mean, the May blossom here is just full now. The dandelions just fading on the lawn, and the bluebells also starting to pass. That we stay so true to find that 0 point, that ground of your true flowering, within which there is peace, this unfurlment. Because while it's intense, we are really, truly only called, if you like, to one unfurlment within our core. The beauty of the progressions of our becoming have a quality of peace at their heart, no matter how profound the transfiguration. And while there are parts that are releasing that may have been very compacted, held, contained, and with them moving through, we feel the density or the layers of fear of what lets go within us, of that smaller self paring away, the release of pain or of compression within our being. There's such depths of that with the eclipse passage releasing, the ability to touch into the unconscious, things that have been hidden, veiled, that we've just walked with as part of ourselves. And I know for myself, it's a part of my energy that's been there, and it's been woven then through my passage as I remember, as I awaken. And I can feel it's a part of me that's not fully awake, but yet is here. And then it comes that time to actually, when it's revealed, what are the deep underpinnings, if you like, of that energy, and it chooses to release out. For me, as I've spoken, it's of a certain dear aspect of my energy, of staying veiled or hidden or small. And there are profound holdings within my core that are releasing out, that have held that in place. So it is a walk into the unconscious. And I was just reading the other day, reminded of someone sharing how in some of the traditions around the eclipse, guided to to hide oneself away. And I even remember watching people turn over pots and pans, not to let the light of the sun, of the moon, into them during that passage, because not to have too many shadows, if you like, unleashed, unveiled, lest one become overwhelmed by the shadow revelation and the shadow domains of one's being. And I can understand that wisdom. For we do cleanse the depth of our unconsciousness. There is dismantling, unveiling, but not to get too forceful with that, not to get lost in the shadow or the domains of the unconscious, but to come back to your body, to come back here, to keep walking with the remembrance that we are here. Our life of the dawn is here and now, to walk in beauty this moment, this day, and to ask ourselves, how might that be? So I've been really coming back to myself. And when I make that deep shadow passage, it can call up old patterns for me of leaving my body, of stopping exercising, of losing interest in food and healthy eating, of just sort of curling up into my far realm of imagination, or separating into dimensional aspects that aren't embodied here. And so I really ask myself now to just tenderly not to escape, stay present, even when sometimes it's really uncomfortable or difficult to stay here, to be present. And the body may become quite heavy in that passage, quite dense. When I'm doing my running, I've spoken of how I'm a recent runner, and that's come into my life as part of my inner guidance to develop that. My body might run so heavy, barely able to move at times, but the significance of remaining present to the beauty of building strength. Because for me, if I abandon it at this point, it can set forth old spirals of depression. It's not long before all of that deep depression, doubt, dissociation can come in. And better by far to call myself to be strong at those thresholds, to face that discomfort, and to in whatever way I can, not macho and gung-ho, but to just gently keep inviting that threshold of living a beautiful life, of walking the way of beauty here and now for the dawn. For that's really what we're called to do. Yes, there's the deep energy work, but there is the living of the way of the dawn, of the light that we are, of the footsteps that we are right now. And so I find myself, there's a few things. I've got an organic veg box coming now every Tuesday that's arriving, and cooking with what's there in the fridge, what's been delivered. And that's quite wonderful. That really brings me back. I'm not the most confident cook, but I just invite myself to imagine what I might do with those vegetables and create with them. And that's creating a beautiful earth resonance foods for myself and my family. And I just recently got also some rose hip seed oil for my skin, and that's been so lovely just using that. And so I've been very shiny recently, but it's very, very regenerative, just helping to bring that beautiful earth frequency to my body. And It's as though it's soaking in that deep and that natural frequency and that regeneration. And have I said what episode 22 is called? I did have overlighting is the spirit of the phoenix. So I spoke that word, regeneration of the phoenix, and especially the white phoenix, this unbelievably magnificent and beautiful immortal bird that regenerates itself. Its great plumage, I work very much with the white phoenix, but whose plumes are interwoven with the purples and the crimsons, the fiery tones and colours, golden and orange interwoven, and it becomes whiter and whiter as it ends the great cycle of its existence, belonging to the star, the sun of another world, flying to this earth when it is time for it to create its pyre, to extinguish the cycle it's been within and to begin a new one. And so what's so fascinating is as it comes to earth, and there are different mythologies, in some it always belongs to the earth and lives 500 years, I'm carrying a resonance of a sense of one that truly comes to the earth to ignite the next cycle of its being, and that gathers on the way to make its pyre upon which it burns itself, the sacred twigs, resins, frankincense, goes to the lands of Persia to gather these sacred materials of earth for the pyre on which it will burn itself. And I do feel this passage of staying very much with earth. She holds that wisdom of us arriving in our light, like that phoenix from another world, the white starlight codes that we carry from beyond, as those elder souls of parallel dimensions of light arriving here from the dawn in our starships, that we arrive to earth, that we gather in cinnamon. I think cinnamon is one of the essences also used, so that you can come to those resins, those essences of earth, just as I'm burning the copal, in which we make this beautiful pyre. Because in our alchemy of the dawn, there is the reunion of realms within. Earth and star reunite. Elashima, the great age that is come, when the earth and the star peoples come together once more. And with that immortal phoenix from beyond, she comes to rest, he comes to rest upon her pyre of these resinous twigs and plants of earth. And in the mythology that I came to know, it is different in different places, sometimes on the top of a tree, sometimes on the top of the sun temple of Ra in Egypt, in Heliopolis, and awaits the rising of the dawn. And with the great clap of its wings at the rising of the dawn, the first light of the sun, the pyre is set to flames. And with this beautiful song, the phoenix is burnt, gifts itself. And so too there is a point at which our beautiful remembering of what we're calling in, of the one who we are, is actually immersed, extinguished, burnt up in the great alchemy of becoming here and now, of gifting our essence to earth. In our full arrival, so too in some ways we are fully extinguished, absorbed, taken in, and almost we forget the light of that one. It is lost fully in the flames of our holy love of gifting ourselves here. And we are burnt up completely. There is the holding nothing back. There is that reunion of realms, not holding ourselves beyond and out there, but truly, truly giving all of ourselves to ashes of that one who has come from beyond. And in the ashes, the earth element is used up also. So all of those, that body to which we've come, that earth body that may have been dormant as we came in, that one we've been born as here, our conditioned or our genetic coding, that part of us that's felt like it doesn't know this great firebird that comes from the heavens, that is simply here and doesn't carry all of this great remembrance, but is this beautiful body and physical and biological existence that we have been born into, and yet doesn't carry the light from beyond, the twigs of this world. also is fully gifted, extinguished. And so it is that as earth and star come together, the essence of both is completely altered, is entirely, if you like, given away. And I feel that relates to the passage we are within, that we are in that sacred pyre. We have given that beauty of our earth self. We have given the farthest star codes of the one who we are to this. We have ignited ourselves on the Sun Temple or on the great sacred tree of our earth remembrance of the wise ways, the sacred ways of being here, as we've remembered the earth, as we've remembered the dawn, as we have felt in our will and in our heart that we long to be one who brings the light of a new cycle, a new era here, ways of life upon earth, ways that honor life upon earth, to ignite a new cycle of light here. And all of that we have brought our devotion, our wisdom, which is symbolized by that sacred temple on which the pyre is ignited. Yet we gift all that we have been in our body, in our dormancy, and the beauty of our biological life and coding as it has been. We gift all of ourselves in our immortal starlight plumage of the colors of another world, radiant through our feathers, in our most beautiful song from beyond. And we're in that passage now where something else, something quite else is becoming. And as I sat up in the night and as I rise raggedy in the morning, I feel very much within that process. I know I am becoming that one at a level I do not know yet exactly what shall be created from this great reunion, from this light from beyond, from this earth that is here, that is sacredly offered and gifted. But I can feel the processes of it being forged now and becoming, for it will be beyond both. That's the beauty of alchemy, the beauty of becoming. It will be beyond both, and as never before. And so, yeah, with this then, the new phoenix, this one who has never been before, rises up from the ashes, is born. And what's really, really beautiful is that phoenix doesn't immediately fly, but forms an egg of myrrh around the ashes of the one who has burnt, of what has been before. And I feel that's part of the passage we're in. We're in that kind of myrrh egg kind of passage also, where we give honor to how it's been as these passages process out and through of the far star aspects that have been so beyond this earth in the last aeon, of the earth aspects that have been so separated from them in the last era, in deepest separation, that we honor, we weave the egg of myrrh. And myrrh is linked also to sacred grieving, to the tears of our sacred grief, of honoring, of allowing. And I spoke of that in the last part of the departure, of allowing the sacred departure. And then in truth it said that young phoenix, the first thing is to do is to carry that egg into a sacred place of the one who came before. And in the legend where the fire happens atop the tree, it is carried to the temple of the sun god Ra in Egypt, and that is where it is gifted to. So in this great passage, I thought also in the turning of the page to the unexpected, we kind of know, because we have received the prophecy. We have received the prophecy of what we're becoming. But by its very nature, by the magic of alchemy, we need to go into the unknown of the relationship to that. It becomes all invisible as we go through that great becoming and surrender to it completely. We give up even our knowing. That's part of what's gifted in the ashes. So I thought for this pod I would open the page of the unknown and to open the silver wheel at an unknown page and receive a reading for this pod. And here it is. This is what it came to. It's part of the 9th glyph. If you're watching the video here, that's the glyph. And that is literally the glyph of entering the unknown, like questing for the vision, going beyond into mystery to source and asking, who would you love me to become? What is called forth from me? I surrender completely. I become. I am here to answer the call and receive the vision from beyond. And these are the words that I opened it to. We shall not separate the angels from the earth, not again, not this time around. What loss not to hear their great songs of stone and forest, of crystal, night and light. The orchids have kept for us their secrets, the great interwoven harmonies of the aeons. So too our bodies hold the script, are a testament to the angelic intelligence. We are their legacy and their evidence. Our bodies are these exquisite and elegant tuning devices that catch all the wavelengths of the universe, that understand the harmonies of time and space. We are the wonderfully evolved moment we have been waiting for. We are the evidence of angelic ascendance and the many-dimensional earth. We must not be afraid of dissolution, of dismantling. It is not always the moment of ascendance, of creation. Sometimes we must allow the old to fall away, even its beautiful aspects. The earth does not fear her own silence, her own journey through the universe, her winter of stillness. She simply withdraws and dreams. She tells how the deer ran through the forest, all those aeons of awareness and sensitivity. She tells how the shining ones still dance in her ancient places, and how this touch of starlight was foretold. She sleeps and she dreams under the mesmerism of the stars, their play of silver upon her woven forms. She hears the call of her future across the universe, and the deer too twitches her ears with the sapphire call of ancient teachings. She hears a dream being spun, and it echoes with her future and her past. It is familiar, as though it has been here before. She watches and she listens, crossing the starlight bridge into her own silence. And so it is that we are receiving ourselves, dreaming. We know we can feel, if we will, still into that 0 point, still into the simplicity, trust. We don't have to force, nor do we have to push away or procrastinate upon this beautiful becoming that is being wrought, the angelic intelligence of our being that is embodied once more, coming into forging, forming into embodiment. So I think it is all feeling more earthy than ever before, and also more angelic than ever before, all at once. There is a touching to that in our continuum. So yeah, may you walk with the boldness you are called to. Let the impulses of the dream that you're being called to move through you in your blossoming, and also continuously, being able to still into the simplicity also of the releasing and the dreaming that is still taking place within us. And so just calling in Enana, Tiana, the white phoenix, and the beautiful energy of transfiguration, of us walking collectively the grace of this. For we are the ones who dreamt this transfiguration, who dreamt the grace of this passage, and let us walk it with beauty. Let us walk it with beauty. Let our fields expand to hold whatever it is that we are experiencing with grace, and to leave that imprint in our great passage as we make this transformation. So, Enan Teratian, I call through an Elven blessing, Atare The Onana Maratian, this moment heart to heart and star to star, Tham oratje esara, inona mar enena fere etian, ki thor, pitharayan ate, kithanar, e ashene titiare, minathor kenetje. For we have come together, Enatiana, the doorways open one to another. Let us not lessen this miracle by even a breath, for so it is here with us, immense earth and star. Brow to brow and star to star in the old way, blessings and love, and I shall see you soon. Farewell for now.